Lord. Oh, Lord. I swear these dizzy spells never get fucking easier. Alright, I've heard you've had quite a fucking time, little bird. The chaos is taking over, isn't it? Did you want to go somewhere safer to talk? Away from prying ears and eyes.
What is there to talk about?
Oh, a whole lot from what I hear.
What is there for us to talk about? You sound like you know what happened. What else do you want?
I want your side.
Why?
Call it curiosity. Maybe, someone who might understand a little bit better than you think.
Fine, we'll go out back.
It'll help with the nerves.
But thank you.
What did you hear?
Yeah? What about?
When you were in that state, what did you hear?
Everything.
What was Sylvan running from?
He wasn't. I think he was running from a feeling.
Dale told me you took some of Lou's thing.
Yes, we both did.
You see, The problem with that, right? You need some sort of guide when you do that, or else the chaos overtakes everything. Well, it's about goddamn time you showed up. Now, see, he's been fucking doing it for ages, so he's used to hearing, well, everything, as you said. But now what I've learned between the two of you is you always need one person not under that fucking influence. Oh, actually, you're gonna love this. This is just further proof that, you know what, maybe this is your nephew here. Go on, why don't you tell him what happened?
No, you can do it. We're not being made a spectacle of.
It's nothing of a spectacle.
What the hell is going on?
You want to learn how to control the fucking chaos, Cyril. You gotta learn from someone who knows how to do it.
No, I want to be out of the chaos. I want to be away from it. I don't want to be in the chaos. I don't want to learn how to control it. I want to be away from it.
Well, unfortunately, little bird, you don't have that choice. You want to stop
There's
cutting
always
your
a fucking choice.
friends up?
No.
You don't want to?
No.
What the hell is going on with you, Cyril?
It's nothing of a spectacle.
I can't help you if you don't tell me what the
I
hell
don't
is
want
going
your
on.
help. I don't want either of your help.
Yeah, it seems
You
like you might
can't
need it though.
help. There is nothing
Whatever help you're getting right now don't seem to be working.
No, Cyril hasn't got the right help. Maybe Cyril will find it behind the bars.
No, Cyril won't.
It just makes things worse.
Being out here has made things worse. I wanted to answer his questions. It was the first thing he'd ever asked of me. Asked
And what did he
again and
ask?
again and again, and he begged. What am I? Just wanted to
Well,
answer it.
you answer him?
Yes, I found the answer.
And yet you stand here, sniveling, wrapped up in yourself. Either you lied or you ain't quite sure of the answer you gave.
I am.
Where I'm standing don't seem like it.
No. Because you don't. No.
Or maybe he's the only one that fucking does.
Why would you say that?
What, you think your Marshall friends know?
Maybe. Maybe they know what
They
I could do to fix all this.
no. They take one look at what you really are and call you a monster.
Well, I ain't no monster. I ain't no monster. I didn't do
No.
it for some satisfaction. affection or to see him in pain. I didn't want to hurt him. I made sure he felt nothing. He felt no pain. I made sure of it. He felt nothing. He felt nothing. I
Cyril,
didn't want to kill him. I didn't.
Cyril, do you think a wolf kills because he likes to see deer in pain?
Wolves kill because they need to. I don't. I ain't no
Exactly.
wolf.
Sometimes we need to kill.
No. What I did was unnecessary. There were other ways of answering that question.
Sure, there's other ways a wolf could get food. But there's something in him that drives him to hunt that deer. Wolf, what don't know he's a wolf, is gonna starve to death.
So be it.
Trust me, I've been there. It ain't as fun as you think.
We ain't alike in any fucking way, Luke.
Maybe not. But I'm seeing some rhymes.
Those rhymes end here. They end now. I will not become you.
What's so bad about me?
Everything. You're a monster.
Yeah, just like you are to those deputy friends.
Yeah.
Monster just depends on your perspective. To that deer, that wolf is a hell of a monster.
But that's where you and I differ. It is the mere prospect that I am becoming like you that repulses me so that I will do anything to make sure I don't go further down this path so I don't become you.
Um, where you and I differ is that I don't delude myself with such illusions of grandeur.
There's no illusion of grandeur.
You fancy yourself some hero. You're above everyone else and everything else. You're just like the rest of us, Cyril.
I ain't like you.
No, you don't know what you are. You ain't like me, but you don't know what you like. You think all that you are is not me. You can't define yourself by being something you're not. Who's what you are. I know what I am. I try to be other things. Every time it either landed me in prison or dead, and I realized what I am. That is someone that helps people who need help.
Now, doesn't that sound
And
familiar?
hurts people that need hurting. Every single time I've hurt someone, I've offered them some morphine to numb the pain. The message ain't the pain. Everyone feels pain. That ain't no message. Sometimes people need a message carved into them to truly understand. That don't mean you need to do that shit. That's not you. That's not who you are, right? You're the monster hunter. Well, you gotta be prepared to kill monsters to hunt them, don't you? You gotta be prepared to hurt them, inflict pain.
Maybe I'm in the wrong profession.
You know, to that deer, that wolf is a monster, but to that wolf, a bear is a monster. Monsters fight monsters all the time, don't they?
To everything, humans are monsters.
Now, you see, you're starting to see it, ain't you? You're starting to get it.
No, I ain't starting to get fucking nothing. You're just talking in circles and circles and circles and circles, trying to justify yourself.
If you'd been paying any goddamn attention to anything I've ever told you, you'd realize that my point this whole time has been that every single person is a monster.
I know that's what you're trying to say, and I disagree.
You'll learn then. There is a monster in the heart of all men, Cyril. I've seen it myself. I've seen it within myself. I've seen it in you.
There is the possibility of that, but it ain't exist inherently, only via possession.
No, it's always there.
No.
Sometimes it just may take some kind of trigger to get it to come out. Every
Disagree.
single person you meet on the road, every single deputy, every single pastor and preacher, they could all do great evil.
They could, but only if their souls become infected. I believe every single person is born as good, and this is
No,
only their souls that rot and make them do those horrific things.
it's only if they let themselves become the monster.
No, often they can't help it. Which is why I try and help even those souls, lest they be too far gone.
And what do you think I do?
Misguided. Try and help by hurting.
No, I try to help, and people hurt themselves in the process.
Well, if it happens over and over again, it might be time to step back and wonder why do they keep getting hurt.
Some people just ain't quite ready to heal themselves. Linda, for example, I did all I could. She's self-destructive, that one.
Linda's a lost
Wants
cause, whatever
nothing
way you
more.
slice it.
She ain't, though. Everyone can still be helped. That's where you and I differ again. You see, Cyril, I don't just give up when something goes wrong.
This is going nowhere.
What the hell did he do?
He cuts the tarot reader open after drugging
Why'd he go
him.
and do that?
Because the tarot reader
tarot
wanted to
reader.
know who he was.
Drug? Drug him.
Drugged.
With what?
Your thing?
What do you mean, my thing?
What do you mean, what do I mean, your thing?
Cyril? Cyril, what the hell did you give the tarot reader?
What do you mean?
What did you give the tarot reader?
Opium, mushrooms, and my heart.
Uh-huh.
He took some of your stuff. We both did.
So tell me what happened.
No.
Just like that, huh?
What do you want to know?
I want to know what the hell happened, as I said.
And you can ask Mary, can't you?
No, I
dead.
want to ask you.
Why?
Because I want to know what the hell you did. Not what Mary did.
Just try to answer a
You
question.
see, unlike the badges, I actually like to get my story straight, not just believe what someone else says about it.
Just try to answer his question to fulfill his
So-
one request.
You try to answer his question. He asked you, what are you?
He asked what he was.
You gave him. Or did he take it?
He took it.
And what did you do to him?
I found out what he was.
And what is he? A monster? A pale, strange fellow?
His flesh and blood. But built wrong.
There ain't no flesh and blood that's built right. Ain't no such thing.
No, he's built different. Inside and out. He is an
You find a
opposite
stomach
human.
where his heart should be.
No, I found worse. Inside.
So what did you find? What did you find in him? I could have told you he was flesh and blood without cutting him open. So what did you find? Cyril? You keep shaking your head more and more and it's gonna come off.
Found that he's a half being. Built in opposites. Not from this world.
And that means
Means what it means.
I've seen a lot of not of this world. That don't exactly narrow it down.
But I ain't never seen anything of the flesh, not of this world. I've seen many apparitions, and those not quite formed from the other side, but this is a man who has died over and over and been rebuilt from the ground up by the hands of the angels themselves. Built in mirror. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Everything built in mirror.
You didn't kill him, did you?
No, no, I didn't kill.
You get him to a doctor?
Yes,
Your doctor say anything?
no,
Where is he now?
I don't know.
Cyril, you seem to want to fight monsters, but you don't seem quite up to facing them.
I don't
Yeah.
fight monsters. I investigate, I eradicate, and I relocate. For the good of humanity.
Uh-huh. So is that what you try to do to me? Eradicate and
Just
relocate? When faced with a real monster, you lost your nerve, didn't you?
Sylvan is no monster. He's an inhuman, but he ain't no monster. Whatever did it to him was a monster. But he himself is no monster.
What did I say about us all being monsters? Some just more than others.
I disagree.
Cyril, you gotta reconsider what the hell a monster is. You got a long way to go. So what now? What do you plan to do with the monster?
He isn't a monster.
The
But I
monsters
plan.
created him.
Yes,
You know these monsters, you know how to get them.
yes.
So what do you plan to do with the monster, Cyril?
I don't know what I can do. There are other plan higher than this one. The untouchable one. You cannot slay them, for they are not of flesh and blood. You cannot kill them, for they do not bleed.
Now, doesn't that sound familiar?
Rings a bell?
And yet you think he has nothing to offer you.
Cyril, I've been dealing with monsters that don't bleed for my whole life. Monsters that can't be touched.
How do you deal with them?
By becoming a monster, apparently.
I suppose there's one way.
tried every other option, didn't seem to work.
There is always another option, and I will find it.
Cyril, I tried death and not even that worked.
Then there's another option somewhere. Amongst the pages, amongst the singing, amongst the noise, there is something, there will be something, because there always is something. There is always another option, there is always another choice.
Yeah, I realize the only way to deal with it is to listen in, hear them out.
I've heard them out, and all they offered was pain.
Existence is pain, Cyril. Existence is disease, and yet here we are, spreading,
Because there are some
getting
things that
worse.
make it worth it. Some things make it worth enduring the rot. And for those, I remain and I continue to fight. I continue to try and help.
Doesn't matter how worth it is, Cyril. The rot will always take from you.
Yeah, it will. I can fight it. Stop it taking me so quickly and corrupting. Can work with the rot. I can work with the rot.
It's not quite that easy, though, is it? We adapt or we die, Cyril. That is the nature of things. I tried dying. Now I'm trying adapting.
And I will adapt.
You may not quite like what adapting looks like.
No, because adapting can come in many different forms.
You keep believing that, why don't you?
I do believe that with every ounce of my soul. I do.
It's
And
a
that's
shame
what
you didn't want
keeps
to learn.
That's what keeps the rot at bay, my belief. I will hold on to that
Well,
with every ounce of my soul until my soul itself is ripped from me.
don't
What
hold on to
keeps me
something that'll
human?
kill you.
Well, we're all gonna hold
It
on
ain't
to
worth
something.
it. You hold on to whatever keeps you alive.
If I did that, I'd be dead.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Well, that's you, ain't it? And I'm me.
He's broken.
Yep. He
It's
is
only gonna
not
get worse from here.
okay.
Shit.
He splits that tarot reader's chest right in half. Rearranged his organs. Howdy there.
Howdy. I wonder what Dell thinks about that.
Oh, she is not happy, but. Well, she finds it inane. She's not thinking too hard on it. Because there is no
Yeah.
logic to it to her.
She's not thinking too hard on much these days. I wonder what Weaver will do, though.
Apparently, Weaver was very upset.
Very upset in his must be an understatement from Dell.
Yeah.
Surprised she ain't killed him.
Apparently Sylvan and her had a fight. Sylvan and Dale, that's, I should say, the day before.
Dell really isn't making a lot of friends. This ain't normal. Not for her, anyway.
No. On the other
Hell
hand,
is
though,
going on?
on the other hand, right, I talked to her a little bit more, and she said she'd try and find out where they took Linder after your little run-in yesterday.
I'm surprised to see quite the flip there. Cyril was real protective over our little lamb yesterday.
Where are they now?
Yeah, now our little lamb is a lost cause, it seems.
That is
Just as she stops
strange.
becoming useful, everyone leaves her be. Ain't that strange? Thought I heard that somewhere before. Idiots, all of them.
Well, the seed is planted. If he needs direction, I'm sure he'll start thinking harder.
Just a bunch of ignorant people with arrogant ideas. Playing with stuff they can't even comprehend. Where is he? You want to find out who you are? Maybe it'll help. It seems your sheriff friend is around.
Mr. Clay.
He's on his way here. You might want to get out of here, assuming you still got warrants.
I'm kind of interested to see what he thinks about this whole thing.
Is he coming to take you, Cyril?
Yes.
Cyril, your telegram yesterday asked for kin. Why?
Because kin were the only ones who could fix what I had done.
You're right.
What kin have you got left, though?
Damn. My cousins.
Yeah. I don't think there is anything you could do that would upset Dale. I wouldn't abuse that, though.
What do you mean?
I mean what I mean.
Never abused it. I would do anything for her.
Yeah, don't need to tell me.
Cyril, Sisika is not the place where you're gonna find freedom for what's happened.
No, no, it really ain't. It's just gonna get far worse. You ever been to Sisika, Cyril?
Yes, many times.
Then
I
you
hate
know.
it. Horrible, it's hell.
Except you were far more clear of mind those times, I assume.
Correct.
Those walls just get smaller and smaller.
I at least need to do the courtesy of seeing him and speaking to him and resigning. After all he has given me, I need to give him that one courtesy of resigning to his
All
face.
he's given you, you're nothing but a monster to him.
Maybe, but he still gave me a chance, even when everyone viewed me as a monster.
I gave you a chance too. Didn't change your opinion on me though.
No,
Didn't change my opinion on you much though either.
should have.
You're gonna need to do a whole lot more than that. Your mother killed me and I still loved her.
You don't need to suffocate yourself to try and drown out the voices, Cyril. It's not gonna help.
No.
What is it I need to do?
They'll only find you clearer, they will. If you see any spiders running around, I'd best avoid them. The spiders like to prey on those that are broken. Their minds, anyway.
Do you want to go, or are you only doing it because you think you deserve it?
I want to go because I know if I keep running, they'll get me anyway. But there ain't no running. At least this way I can look him dead in the eyes. I can go on my own terms.
This isn't your own terms, you just think it is.
It is my own terms. What you mean it ain't my own terms?
Well, better make a choice quick.
All they do is lie, Cyril. You think this is your own terms, they're gonna find something else to stick on you, and you know that. It's what they did to me, it's what they're doing to him.
Right, they do lie.
You're right.
Now you're a monster, Cyril. Now they ain't got no
Monster.
reason to listen to you.
No,
Why
they'll
would they listen to monsters?
Oh, Lou.
Howdy.
Howdy, Mr. LeBlanc. And Mrs. LeBlanc, I presume.
Don't call me Mrs. LeBlanc. That makes me sound like I'm married to my brother. Call me Mrs. Halleck.
Rather not. And Lou, you have warrants.
Do I?
You
No,
know
I
this.
don't
We've
think
had
so.
this conversation at your lovely establishment where you all came out with your guns. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah. So we established that the crimes that you were saying, oh, I didn't do it. Mary had already confirmed when they confirmed to them themselves. So we've had that conversation before. So let's just.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, I ain't denying those crimes. You know, I did those.
So
I've just been a busy man.
All right. Well, you know what? We can give you the opportunity of a lifetime. We can give you the chance to not be so much of a busy man and serve your time in Sisika.
Don't waste this
Oh,
opportunity.
the busyness waits for no man.
Both of you get out of
Well,
here.
I don't know about that. I think this is a pretty good time for you to turn yourself in so nobody gets hurt.
Who's hurting who? I'm not
That's the
hurting
difference
anyone.
here, right?
Well,
We don't turn
no,
our
not
back
if you
on
turn
people.
yourself in
We're
peacefully.
jumping straight to hurting people. Oh
No,
Jesus!
no,
Okay.
no. I'm just saying we could do this a lot quicker. We could do the back and forth, or you could just turn yourself in peacefully, take a walk with us. Your sister, who I don't believe has any warrants right now, unless they've done something in the last day or so, they can leave. You know, they can put that sawn-off shotgun away. You know, put it back in its holster, hop on their horse, and tootle off out of here. And you can come with us and serve your time.
Oh, I
ain't
think we
going
had
to
a whole
suffocate you.
conversation about,
All you will be doing is
one of the
suffocating Cyril.
family riding off and the other turned themselves in last time. You know, there was a whole big thing. Now, you see, Linder ain't exactly here to be, well, needing looking after anymore, so there ain't really
If you
no
say
reason
so.
for me to do that.
I do. Get out of here.
Anyway, there's someone here that actually does want to go with you, so.
Who might that be?
Well, I thought you were coming all this way for them. That kind of breaks my heart. You don't even remember.
I've only been told that you were here. I've only just got here. So you're going to have to fill me in on what I'm missing here.
Cyril didn't tell him.
No, Espelin was here earlier. He saw me definitely. I'm guessing your best friend Clay didn't even look at your telegram. That's a bit sad.
No, he must have.
So who we got in there?
He doesn't even know what you here to do.
That's fine.
All right, Cyril.
Yep.
You're talking, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, Cyril's been a real bad boy. He done some evil things.
No, there was no evil in it. There was no malice. I ain't like you, Lou. And
I
that's
don't
why
think
I'm
they really
choosing them
care,
over
Cyril.
yo.
Ain't no one asked me why I did what I did. No, we gotta figure out a way out of it.
All right, Lou.
Goodbye, Lou.
No, I think you got what you came here for, so we'll just be going.
No, I came here for you, Lou.
That's
I
a
hear
real
doors.
shame.
Back at the back.
Are we letting it go? Stop now. If you fight back, you will be shot. Do you understand me?
Now, why are you fucking roping me up? What the fuck did I do?
Well, you just took Cyril. Oh, crap.
I did nothing of the
Hostage.
fucking sort, actually. We were having a lovely fucking conversation until you showed up.
Yeah, well, that's what we gotta do when someone's being threatened, ain't it?
He wasn't even threatened.
Mm-hmm.
So all you guys fucking do is just fucking lie, isn't it?
Yeah, right, we're definitely the liars.
You're telling me that I took him fucking hostage.
Right, so you weren't in there keeping him.
I actually wasn't. I was fucking telling him to fucking leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he will tell you that himself.
Right, but he has warrants, don't he? So he's running away currently.
And yet I'm the one you go after.
Well, you were the one I saw and you ran, so. If what you're saying is really true, then I'll let you go. Simple as that.
Then let me the fuck go.
Well, we got to find out if that's true first, don't we? Oh my god! He had.
Cyril,
Howdy,
Cyril,
Cyril.
tell them right here that I wasn't holding you fucking hostage.
She wasn't holding me hostage. I was not being held hostage.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they see, this is exactly what I was fucking telling you, Cyril. They're gonna find anything to keep you going in there. They're gonna keep making
Well,
up
once we
fucking
get you
lie
inside, we
after
will
fucking
look
lie.
into this, and we will see.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Mhm.
You're just gonna find any reason to throw me back into that fucking pen. I told you, Cyril! Watch on at what your deputy friends fucking do.
Crap.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
All right, let me speak to him a moment. Mary,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you out of here soon. Like, from what Cyril's saying, you weren't holding them hostage or anything like that.
That's what I was fucking saying. I was fucking telling him to fucking
No,
leave.
Mary, I'm talking. Let me finish.
Alright.
Your actions still, while you haven't broken the law, don't shine you in a good light. So let's get off our high horse for a moment. Like, listen, you got some questions to answer for a crime that was committed. You're still going to answer those questions. You needed to be questioned anyway. Once you've answered those questions, you will be released.
Alright. If all you wanted to do was talk, you could have just fucking said something.
Yeah, well, it's hard to talk with you guys,
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
also I told you to stop and you kept running, so.
Yeah.
Well,
You were given a lawful order
excuse
to
me
stop.
for
So you're lucky I'm not
running
charging you with
when
disobeying a lawful order.
gun was pointed at my back.
Was that gun fired?
Oh, now who's on the high horse?
Don't ride him on the high horse because we were doing our job.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you're lucky that you're not getting a disobeying a lawful order charge here. So just answer the questions and then you'll be released. You don't answer the questions, you'll get a disobeying the lawful order charge. It's real simple.
I never said I wouldn't answer any fucking question.
That happened. Tom.
Just focus at one thing at a time, right? Just get Mary out of this situation. Then we can go step in and talk everybody.
All right, Mary. I don't really want to have to shout this. If you want to come closer to me, please.
Alright.
All right. We're going to start with the most recent one. There's two things we want to talk to you about today. You know anything about a robbery that took place on the 28th? Ian York was robbed.
I do not.
One second.
Well, actually, hold on. I do know about it because he came to me yesterday trying to tell me that I did something to him when I did nothing.
All right. All right. Sorry, one moment. Can one of you go outside, please? Johan's talking with someone and asking if they need something. I don't want him out there on his own.
I'm okay.
Please. All right. Never mind then. So you're saying you have no involvement in that whatsoever?
I have no involvement with it. Contrary to the belief that Miss York seems to have, that I have some sort of interest in him.
All right. Do you have a school mask, Mary Sue?
I had one before, but I lost it after I went to Siska.
You don't have one on you now? Not in you. tucked into the back of your trouser line there or anything like that?
I shouldn't.
You don't mind me patting you down for that?
Sure.
All right, thank you. Just come step near the bars here. I'll just reach for.
All right.
All right, no problem. The next one is a little bit more complicated. See, Jackson Linder seems to be missing part of that tongue. Now that screams the LeBlancs. After what happened, and all of a sudden, McPickle was seen in Blackwater. You know, your colleague or associate or work lackey or gun for hire, whatever your relationship with McPickle is. He was seen in Blackwater, and he spotted Jackson Linder. And then Jackson Linder, a little while later, leaves Blackwater. They're seen leaving Blackwater. And they're in the, they've been sending telegrams and such at that time to a friend. And then they just stop. Those telegrams stop. And we don't hear anything from Jackson Linder for, I don't know, about 24, 30 odd hours, maybe. Then Jackson Linder is found, I think, here in Rhodes, but I might be mistaken. Let me check. Henriette, was it Rhodes that Jackson Linder was found?
Yes.
Thank you. Jackson Linder was found missing part of that tongue, amongst other injuries, infections, and such, in their legs, but missing part of their tongue. It was a fresh wound. But luckily for us, Jackson Linder could still talk. And they say it's you and your brother. And I mean, there's motive, right? And you had every opportunity. In fact, you were all seen riding towards Riggs. Well, Jackson Linder had left Blackwater towards Riggs. And then they just disappear. Like they were put into a magician's hat. So, you care to explain that one? That series of coincidences?
I wish I could. Sometimes things just line up in such ways, don't they?
Yeah. It doesn't really fit with your rhetoric, though, does it? Of everyone being volunteers and all of this bullshit. All right. Well, it's fine. You don't want to answer honestly? Okay.
Who said I'm not answering honestly? Just because I'm not giving you the answer you want, Mr. Clay, doesn't mean I'm not answering honestly. I have not seen Miss Linder for quite some time now. I'm sorry to hear that she is hurt, but considering her obsession with my brother, I wouldn't be surprised if she had wandered herself over to some other crazy person and got herself hurt and then tried to blame it on us. It would not surprise me one little bit.
Really?
Really? Would it surprise you?
I mean...
She has an affinity for cannibals, does she not? Maybe she offered her tongue up to one for a little feed.
That's what you think? Is that your opinion of what happened?
Well, I don't know, because like I said, I have no idea what happened.
No, you just probably don't. I understand protecting your brother and all, because he calls the shots and everything. And he wanted vengeance for, the situation that went down. And Linda's apparently talking to the deputies, according to William McPickle and his public telegrams. So, to stop them talking to the deputies, you cut out that tongue, so to speak, But by
Oh, Mr. Clay. If I wanted to stop her from talking to the deputies, she wouldn't be alive.
if you called the shots, but your brother does.
Called the shots, right?
You remember your whole bullshit snake, crocodile, or alligator, whatever it is, potato. Yeah.
I do actually. Man, I'm pretty proud of that one. I wrote it down after.
Oh well, I'm glad you did because I forgot it as soon as I left.
Well,
But
clearly you didn't.
I just remember there's an alligator and a snake and some bullshit metaphors in there.
Uh-huh.
But yet this is the second time you're in a cell. Well, he is free. Let me listen. Let's just listen for a moment.
All right.
No, I don't hear him coming. Yeah, because he doesn't give a shit about you. That's what I thought. But okay, so let's say, hypothetically, your brother did do this to Jackson Linder. I mean, there's motive for that. We've established there is a motive. That doesn't prove guilt, so you're not incriminating anybody, but there is motive. And let's say he did do that. That would go against everything that you said and everything he stood on that rock and preached for a very long time about how he welcomes everyone in. He doesn't hurt people, helps people. Mm-hmm.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, but it just pulls on the thread of that bullshit. And once you start pulling on that thread, like a thread on a jumper, just around holes start to appear in it, and then it looks old and worn, and then nobody has a use for it. But all right, we'll continue this little bit of fiction that you have going here. But we'll definitely be looking more closely into it. All right, let me see. They've answered all the questions that I'm going to get out of them. If you, I don't know if you took their weapons or anything on the side, but they
Yeah, they're on the desk here.
They are free to go, and they. I am giving you a lawful order to leave Rhodes, though.
Sure thing.
Failure not to, and if you appear back in Rhodes anytime within the next hour, I'll arrest you.
Well, works for me.
All right. Now you come, Mary Sue.
Thank you.
No problem.
Lovely to make your acquaintance.
You can tell your brother every time he runs, more charges are getting added.
Oh, I think he knows.
I don't think he knows much.
You stay safe, little bird. There you are.
Let's go. Still got my goddamn horse, assholes.